Fox Business' Charlie Gasparino, the Wall Street Journal associate editor John Bussey. It is remarkable. Do the markets just whistle past this? What do you think?
You know, the markets may have been expecting this. I mean, we certainly should have, given all the language that has preceded it, all the tweets, all the negative comments about Canada and about trading partners in Britain. Donald Trump is there now, and he's saying the same things. He's likely to leave early tomorrow. This hasn't happened in this kind of context before.
These are short events to begin with.
They're exactly right.
And I remember, too, John, I mean, people forget, as recently as a few days ago, there was concern that because of Singapore coming up, the president would shorten his G7. So he said no. But obviously things change.
Canada's right next door. It's not that far away. It's a short trip from Washington, and there's still plenty of time to get to Singapore by the 12th, next Tuesday. Look, these things have been criticized as talking shops in the past, but they're also still really important because you need these allies, the countries around the table, for a lot of the rest of your agenda.
What do you think?
Well, first off, markets are imperfect mechanisms, short-term for for interpreting economic policy or fiscal policy or anything.
But are they a little too sanguine, a little too cocky about this?
I think the markets, I think investors are starting to grow very comfortable with Donald Trump, at least for now. I mean, I think I think sophisticated investors. I talk to guys on the street all the time. They think he's smarter than what we say sometimes on the air about him, where we criticize him for...
You're a hater.
I know.
You're just a mean,
I'm just going to tell you what they're telling me.
Right.
He's better than you're giving him credit for. He's
what do they base that on? The fact the economy's doing well,
yes,
markets are doing well?
But look at deregulation, lower taxes, particularly in the corporate tax, taking sort of small steps to dismantle a big mandate known as Obamacare. The trade stuff, it seems like he's going to cut a deal with China, maybe, or something. He's going to avoid a trade war. He's allowing ZTE to get away with, near murder. You would think we would get something.
Right?
Well, I'm just telling you, the herd right now, remember, imperfect, it's herd mentality. The herd right now is Donald Trump is, one of the best things in sliced bread. That's the herd right now.
John, let's play this out, though. Let's say progress is slow with our friends, and they're already talking, some of the other attending, finding a way to avoid escalating these tensions with Donald Trump, but not caving into any of his demands for the time being. Where do you see this going?
Well, so far there hasn't been any success with China, right? It's been threat, retrenchment, threat, retrenchment.
But no trade war.
Again, no trade war yet, but
China did have this $70 billion offer to buy more U.S. goods, but never followed up on it. It was going to be agricultural items.
That's right, because we threatened to put tariffs on them nonetheless. That came in over a weekend. And in the meantime, you have a lot of tensions with Europe. So, look, how much of this is going to escalate? How much of this is some theater that goes on in negotiation and trade? We don't know. Why is it that Donald Trump wants to bring Russia back into the G7? We're not really sure. Perhaps the Mueller investigation will eventually tell us, why.
But he knew why Russia was kicked out. Right?
Yeah, he does.
The Crimea thing,
exactly
was a big deal.
Let me ask you this: what is wrong with having, and just playing devil's advocate? And I beat up on the president all the time, and maybe he's guilty of sin on the Mueller thing. Although we're waiting here more than a year, and it's like there's other business to attend to at some point. What's wrong with normalizing some ties with Russia, bringing them into the framework? If we're going to talk to China, why shouldn't we talk to Russia? By the way, Richard Nixon did just the opposite. You remember? He engaged China as a bulwark against Russia. What's so stupid about engaging Russia as a sort of counter to China? I mean, there is some sense here. Now,
we're getting a tweet from Donald Trump on what you just said. It's about time.
No, but here's the thing. Here's where I want to give him the benefit of doubt. Markets are imperfect short term. We might be heading for the mother of all trade wars, which will be very bad for the economy. I think that will slow the economy.
All right.
Hugely. But they're giving him the benefit of the doubt now as a negotiator.
All right. Guys, I want to thank you both very, very much.